Hello? Doing there? 2750 on the S&P 500. The Dow Jones 23,524. What a freaking gap up. What do we gap up to? We're just having to gap up 3.8%. No big deal, man. No big deal. Market's closed, by the way. Hold on a sec. I am super behind. Turnaround Tuesday. You mean like continuation Tuesday? Terrific Tuesday. Whatever, man. Target. Oh my god. Sorry. Alerts go off when insanity ensues. Alright, so you gotta wonder if, I know we gapped up here. If we fill this gap, you just gotta wonder how everything's gonna respond. My god. That means you'd have to lose 3.8% of your value just to fill a gap. You don't want to see that, man. That's some serious givebacks on some, we got, why is the NASDAQ going off now? Okay, we gapped up through the NASDAQ, but what the heck? A little late. Thanks, TradingView. Anyway, man, it's, we're melting up. Yes, I want to delete it. I didn't even get to finish my morning ham. Dude, I've lost like 12 pounds in 6 weeks. 27.53. Oh my god.
Bruh.
Can anybody hear me, man? Volume connect? What happened? Is it too low? Probably. Which is insane, because it's so loud on my sides. How's that? I don't know, man. A gap fill would be scary today. But yeah, audio check would be great. Dude, I found something yesterday. It was a meme from August, but it's kind of hilarious. And it's just like an idea that I had long ago on Bitcoin, and it screwed me for kind of forgetting about it a little bit, but I don't know. It's been brought up. Bottom of the barrel, huh? Oh, yep, sorry about that. Sorry, we're good.
Bruh.
Spam in the chat. Not spam. Though you might want to have spam. I don't know. Is the virus getting worse, man? Because, I don't know. I kind of use the stock market to gauge. It looks like the virus is going away a little bit. Kappa? Completely kidding, man. No, we're not, no more freakouts, dude. We're beyond that. Okay. Heat wave, what you talking about? Sorry, I'm on my last bite of this, breaking my fast. To tip of the morning to you. Yeah, I mean, seriously.
And then, just like that,
Bitcoin was back to 7,400 with the stock market. You know, like Bitcoin loves equities performance. It is definitely performing with that. And if equities continue to rise, you know where Bitcoin's going, but if equities, you know how it is, man, right? Good God. We're in common retrace territory at any point. Could reverse the downside. Good news on the daily, you're just building positive Momo. You're not even close to overbought. This is the common retrace zone. Like, this is the way we'd square up, or we'd size up any pattern or any chart on any market. Dude, we were doing this with S coins, BTC pairs back when it made sense to. You just have your breakout, and then you run up to your common fib nodes, 50% being like kind of the one you want, and then the 618 being the secondary target, and then it's over after that, right? And all I have to do is anchor 1 and here 2 here for it to be a wedge. And then that's it. That's the wedge, man. Those are the targets, 50%, 618. So after that, chances are you reverse the downside majorly again, because this was the prevailing impulse. I wonder what our fib extension's like right now. Let's try that. Just for S and Gs. Hey man, you're real close to 1618 fib extension, which is 2763. Maybe we see it today, if you're lucky, right? Very cool. Look at the TA shirt. Yeah, my parents made this sublimation machine. Yeah, dude, freaking lit. Six says 5G is one more than 4G. Yes. 6 Hunt. The salespeople make sales. Good. Dude, Chalupa, it's like I gotta get the ham out of my mouth. It's okay, dude. I'm in a quarantine zone. There are no coronas in here, dude.
Top of the morning to you. Possible to do a quick Bitcoin rundown before I rush off to work. Always. Thanks for streaming.
Well, James, thanks for the 10, man. We're 8 minutes in the stream. Thank you, dudes. Yeah, of course. I mean, Wyckoff, for the most part, it's pretty much dead, especially if the equities market keeps doing this. But, hey, man, starting to sell off a little bit. Gold starting to sell off a little bit. NASDAQ. 8,081. You are on all indices. You are now lower than your open. So just, keep trying to keep it simple, not trying to be cute here. I mean, yes, Wyckoff was something I thought was a real possibility, and it maybe, if it wasn't for equities doing what they've been doing, maybe Bitcoin wouldn't have had this run. That's kind of weird. I mean, I don't know. I mean, dude, again, you know what price action oftentimes you get on ascending triangles when you break out, like impulse candles. But this one just slowly, methodically made its way, meandered on up. It took many, many hours to eventually get to our 7,400 major overhead resistance. It's real life. We know above that 7,700, and then the square up 7,800, and then you've got 8,000 psychological resistance. So again, but I really think that 74 and 7,700 are your major ones that you could get thwarted. And you got to be careful here, because we've been talking about this, man. You don't want to be stalling around here. Because if you do stall, kind of to me, it looks like just a little bit of bearish divergence on the 4 hour. Am I wrong here? Someone be like, no, Ray, that's wrong, man. Get out of here. When you have one high, one peak in price, and then you have a a higher peak in price, and then you have lower levels. It's almost Class C, but you can clearly see, Your Honor, the argument is presented to the court, the TA court, that at critical overhead resistance, we do have some bearish divergence. Well, guess so. We could see ourselves back to 7K at some point if it plays out. If. It's a big ol' if. Huh? Sprocket Man, was that warranted, really? I mean, let's be real here, Sprocket. He was just messing around, right? What's up, Andrew Parsons?
Mitch, you 5 happy National Beer Day brew. First round on me. Look here, listen.
Look here! Look, listen!
You missed the look, listen, Timbo. Thanks for the 3s. National Beer Day? Huh? Yeah, I don't know about it's. You know, it's like 8:41 a.m. my time, right? I gotta go hand off some checks in a little bit. You know, so it'll, you know, so I appease the government gods. You know, this Q1, right? The world still runs. Bear market 18 months. Yeah. So, bear market's still 18 months. Yeah, I mean, but you're having a reflexive rally. Guess what? You get reflexive rallies. 50% retraces. My God, I don't know how often we can talk about it. What's going on with the S&P 500? It's so natural. It's normal, and they eventually end in between fib nodes where we are. So little James man just asking about that rundown on Bitcoin, and it's just like, dude, you've broken out of there was a sell wall, and you finally depleted the supply, and once you truly broke, you had candle close confirmation for the first time, and the first time you had candle close confirmation breaking out above that supply line, you ran to the next resistance. It's that crazy. So, Fishhead.
Can you take a look at Viacom? That's on targets.
Yeah, we can look at Viacom. Telecommunications, man. We do need to look at Ethereum too, I think. Sorry, man. Not with it this morning. No, I don't. Never mind. I'm crazy. No, we look at Viacom. What is going on here? Oh, it's the weirdest thing in my life. Maybe it's on the daily? Ah, it is daily. Well, dude, I mean, here you go. Viacom, that extremely large, bullish, effing bat pattern. But again, at the same time, can you really call it a bat when it's the same freaking high or a cipher? Dude, it's an 88% retrace. Targets, dude, I don't know if you'll ever get there because of recession. And I don't know. From its low, it is underperforming the S&P 500 bad. Well, you think one target would be 1982 because that's a gap fill if you're conservative. But then you got 2444 is a 236 from the height. So that's maybe valid if you're short term, and then but if you're talking about, hey, we're gonna see a more long-term recovery here, then you gotta understand that a 38% retrace is more than reasonable and moderate for profit taking way up here. $33 and then $40 is a 50% retrace. So it just depends on your timeline, you know, like what target. But yeah, we've had this, and maybe you brought it up, but yeah, man, you hit the deep retrace, pretty much a 200% fib extension. Oh man, scary types of hidden bearish divergence, but you know, it's gonna happen if you start rising. So probably the first target I think is 1982. You'll never get there if the stock market starts dumping. You get that right. Recession canceled, man. Imagine going outside and you can't go anywhere to spend your money for, at least until the 30th of this month. God, it's only the 7th. And then there's always a chance, and it's very, very possible that we'll get another month where you'll have to stay indoors or do the same crap we've been doing now for a few weeks. We'll have to do it until the end of May. Screw that, dude. What's up, monkey man? It's not my birthday. Thank you. Jesus, Crypto Steve. Don't start that Pandora's box stuff. We'll get merch at some point, man. I know I've been down that road talking about it. And just, we're working on a website, too, to make it a better experience for patrons. Navigation's terrible in Patreon for education, and that's such a big amenity, like such a major amenity, and not only that, Patreon takes 7% anyway, but at the same time they do provide, like, I don't have to worry about the website getting hacked or anything. So, but yeah, it's the main reason is definitely navigation. So that's Viacom. Gapped up barely. It's an everyday gap that'll probably fill in time, and it's just really, man, like $16. You were at $16 on March 24th. It is underperforming the collective market, dude. That's not really good. I think Target kind of is too, a little bit. But I mean, come on, man. Come on. Bruh. Up 2.76% today. $100. It just had to go down one more time to say, oh yeah, this is the bottom. Third time's a charm. So, I mean, really you're thinking that the 108 is pretty much where you want it to go. That's a reasonable target, but look, 103 is gonna be a resistance too. 104 right here, these previous valleys. October 1st, 2019, and you got 105 at October 31st, 2019. Remember that time? Y'all remember that? I was the Bitcoin night. Stream got taken down for, I think, Lord of the Rings music or something stupid, dude. Oh, dude, I can bring it up. We could watch the beginning that no one in here could probably remember. I mean, like, most people in here watching didn't see the Halloween stream, probably. And we never had a highlight video for it or anything. If I could find it, dude. It might not be listed, but I know it's on my creator page. Huh. How do I find it then? Figured out. Bitcoin night was dope. Yeah, dude. Lone Silvers and Schwab were there, man. Yeah, I know. Some of the OGs were there, but pretty big. Community is growing. I mean, we are now, I think we're like 30 subs away from. Oh my god, did I leave my cellular telephone downstairs? I did. I feel so naked now, chat. I'll have to go get that at some point. This doesn't feel right. But yeah, we're close, man. I mean, there are some collegiate football stadiums that only hold 24,000. So we could fit inside a freaking stadium. I'm naked. Is that how it works? Yeah, Mike Lamb. Yeah, I have a copy of it forever. It's very true. And I could download it. I can record it and recreate it and all that stuff. But you know, uploading it to YouTube, the algos will just take it down again because of the copyright music I played. Man, so nice. You can go across the markets and it's gonna look like that, dude. QQQ, forget about it. The Q gang is here. 50% retrace, man. Jesus chimes for that, dude. Seriously. Yeah, we have made it to the 50% retrace on the Qs. Up in the chat. Thanks so much. Amen. So if it outperforms, maybe it hits a 618 at some point. 200-day moving or 200 moving average at 209, pretty much $209. Search videos. Here we go. That's how I'll get it. Excuse me. Found it, chat. Oh my god. Dude, we gotta watch the intro. It's so stupid, dude. And thanks for the 463 people tuned in. I don't know if I want to subject everyone to it, but it's kind of ridiculous, man. Dude, it's like people only got to see it one time live ever, and that was it. Dude, Jason Long, I do think opportunity will arise again. Bitcoin is on a wave. That wave will end. We know it's in between the zone where the wave will end, right? Whether it's here, 7,700, 8,000. Bitcoin is not going to continue up like this indefinitely. You will get another large wave down. And believe me, man, people probably already feeling that FOMO. Okay, it's stupid. I'm gonna embarrass myself for a second. You know, it's like a Halloween stream. We were at $9,000, man. 91.41. Not much has changed. Only a couple thousand down. No big deal. Well, I think it's starting like 6 minutes. Yeah, dude. Here we go, dude. This just for a second. I'll turn it off. Okay, it's stupid. Feel a sell-off today. CCL, man. Pump it.
Oh my god. Let's do it. Come on. Let's go, Bears. Let's go. I got this, dude. Whoa. Freaking horse, dude.
Bruh.
Come on. No one's gonna stop the Bulls, dude. No one. We broke out. We broke out, dude. Look. All these scrubs. We don't know what they're doing. We're fighting.
Alright, so it's pretty much like that. Started it, but you know how we did it. It was a really fun, enjoyable stream, but I'll work on trying to get that downloaded or something at some point. I miss the days, man. I miss All Hallows Eve a little bit. John, man, oh my god! Bruh. Let's go!
Day 137 super chatted $49.99. My GF subscribed and wanted a shout out, but I guess you missed the message, haha. I've been awake all night and running off coffee and hate, smiley face, love you bro, scroll up so she thinks you're a real lol.
I am real. John, man, thank you for the $49.99 super chat. Sorry man, getting, you know, lost in nostalgia here. It's my own fault. Yeah, I am real. And shout out to your girlfriend for freaking subbing to the channel, helping the cause. You know, it's always the journey to 30K. It's not the journey to 25K. 25,000's meaningless in terms of what it can do for us. 30K is everything, because we can then start posting our own specialized emotes that I upload. You can start posting them in our chat, in the live chat. So I'm scrolling up, but I'm having trouble finding exactly the comment. And maybe that's just me being dumb. I don't think you can search for chat either. Maybe they should implement that. I mean, that'd be weird. I don't know. Ja, I'm looking everywhere, dude. Doesn't help that my contacts are always in pain. Gosh dang. Ja must have been way up there. Right? But look, I scrolled up. So since I scrolled up, right, she knows I'm real. It's real life. That's how this goes. I do look very scuffed today, so tell her I apologize for that. But thank you, Mississippi Jesus Peoples. We have multiple Mississippi Jesus Peoples. All right. So I do want to bring up something else from before even the Halloween stream. It's an old analysis. It was a meme. Just get LASIX. I know, dude. Or just get the right context. They deteriorate in like 5 days or something. We cool now? She's laughing. Okay, good. Fantastic. Lots of love. Lots of laughs. No, dude. Like, legit. I've lost, like 10 plus pounds. 10 to 12 pounds in 6 to 8 weeks. Just cutting down on metabolic intake. Exercising. Almost every day. It feels good, man. It feels real good. For what, though? Just so I don't die to coronavirus or I have an inexistent chance of dying from corona because of my current physical condition. That's it. I'm having a chat for Amy. Is that her? What's up, Amy V? There she is. All right, that's what I didn't get because I was looking for Jaw, I think. So, my fault. Sorry. So this clip, though, from the past, from long ago, from yesteryear, August 30th, 2019. Five, kind of neutral on the RSI. And there's always that offshoot chance this could be developing some sort of bat harmonic, right? X, A, B, C, D, 886 down in the 4000s. Even that's like worst case scenario, man, and very well might not happen at all. I'm just saying it's always a possibility, right? If we look at this objectively. He's talking about X, A, B, C, D. Alright, 400s. What? Are you scared? Well, just know if we start dumping and selling off hard, we know this is an area where we could potentially take a very low risk, high reward opportunity for a long position or you break to the upside. But again, I think you get down to those levels, there's some technical damage done, man. You broke back above all this crap you built all of last year. You want to stay above that. You want to stay above all this stuff. You don't want to be getting down here. You want this to be a stupid idea and not to ever play out, okay? Just wave analysis, man. Okay, anyway. Just going back to the 4 hour. You know, we Oh my god, I'm muted. What? Sorry about that, chat. What am I gonna do? Seriously, Jaw, thanks again for the half a C-net, man. In the super chat. We're good. Started just reading it.
Is that a joint?
Wink, get some head protection for those epic sword smashing mosh pits, mate. That a mute can fight on.
The mute can fight on? What is this? I'm gonna go get the papers. The papers. Wayne Batson 2 times. Thanks for the 420, man. Thank you, dude. Matthew says, we probably missed super important info that is critical to our future success.
Everyone and your brother buying in right now. Grim times ahead still. Sitting in cash waiting to take longs.
Everyone and their brother buying in right now. Grim times ahead still. Yeah, I agree. You just gotta understand the context. You get it. You see the context. Even on the Qs, man. You've had your crash. You're now getting your reflexive rally. It's like XA. B to C. C will end. Just like on Bitcoin. Bitcoin will end with its B wave. And then C will begin. The C wave. And that could end up being a higher low, a double bottom, or a much lower low. Bitcoin, the S&P 500, you name it, man. Welcome to a reality that has been here since time immemorial. Since the stock market started, dude. You always get, no matter what kind of crash, you're always getting a type of rally. We could go back to any effing stock market crash that has led to some sort of recession and a long-term recovery. And you see, we always make about a 50% retrace. Sometimes 618s. The Qs do the 618s all the time. Meaning like that, even in this condition, right? If, say, the S&P decided to hit 2,800 and then dump to the abyss, you know, at that point, Qs would probably be at the 618, or could be closer. And that would make sense, dude. 2008, man, I went back and just looked at it, and we can do it, I guess. The Qs, we go the daily for it. So you're 50% right now, high to low. Crash. Oh, so Josh, thank you, man, for the 690, really. And it's like, forgot. The 690 pennies. Right. It doesn't matter how you look at it, man. It's like, I think it's 50% if you anchor from the high to low here. Maybe? No, it was the 618. Look, you can see it from the major high to the major low. You double topped at a golden retrace. You started selling off. You made a higher low. Oh my God, we might be showing forms of accumulation. And because the next thing you did was you ran up, what? 61.8% of the way, and then reversed to the downside again. So what about here? What about just the beginning, the very first? This was all-time highs at one point. Was it a 61.8% retrace? Sweet mother God, it was a double top. 618 before you dumped again. So the 618s are everywhere. Man. That's the Qs though. That's the Qs. So we're at a 50% now. So always possible we go one more time, but it's gonna be on the major indices. This could be it. Hey, cool, we're above the 200-day moving average, if you didn't know. Barely. What's up, David S? Good morning, America, he says. Yes. This is the Good Morning America show. We're gonna bring in some cats and they're gonna do some tricks. Isn't that what they do on Good Morning America? Let's bring in some celebrity to talk about how cool they are. Wow. Yeah, it's like and that, ladies and gentlemen, is the absolute secret to the universe. Is that how it is when I'm muted? Microsoft hit the 618 today, Yankee. Oh, as a driver of the queues. Yes, sir. A golden retrace on the freaking Microsoft. Gorgeous. So, yes, the gap fill seems very possible now at 165.28. It's just you're so close, man. Why not fill the gap, then run again if you're gonna? Hidden divergence, forget about it, man. Forget about it. You just keep building positive momentum on a daily. It's insane, man. But you just gotta think with what it does. Is its business model gonna be affected critically, more directly, or is it just gonna be more, everyone's gonna get hit. You can't escape it. I'm gonna get hit. Every single person in here will take a hit because the overlying economy is gonna take a hit. Your customers, if you have a business, they're gonna be out of work. So that in itself is big time hit. But there's a difference between your customers got hit and the fact that your business model is ruined now, like restaurants, hospitality, cruise lines, airlines, like that stuff is so screwed, right? So Microsoft's one of those. They're hit because of the whole economy, but they can still sell their products, their goods, their services. They've got a streaming service. They've got video, like Zoom. They've got like their competitor to that. They've got their own version. So tech will be the leader, I think. I mean, tech is like the new, GEs and GMs of the world. They're the ones that will save the markets in a way someday when it all gets finished. Just got the fill. Yeah, the wick part, not the body. Yeah, it's there. I mean, gap fill connect. We did it, man. Not even up 1% today. But we were. Did you hit a high of 170 on the dot? Well, markets, they can oftentimes, they're like forward-looking. So the crash, the crap, all the stuff that's happened is priced in. But again, as I've said, I think it's like you can only price in so much before enough time goes by. You get enough economic data. You start learning that, this slowdown's going to be worse than maybe we had projected. Again, it's like, it looks like in June, things aren't going to return back to complete normal like they were. And then that's when investors started getting skittish again and freaked out. And then, what I'm talking about, adjustments are made, algos flip another switch, or people flip a switch on the algos, and we start dumping again. And that's when that new wave begins, right? Food companies are the new wave. What are you talking about, nerd? To get sick. But food companies, like commercial, like Cisco and Darden Foods, like those, Dave & Buster's, like tied to entertainment, those are the ones that are directly affected so bad. Whatever, man. Tech are the new lizard peoples. That could be it, man. You might be onto something.
Bruh.
So everything's at the lows of the day in terms of where you opened. You're below that. 27, 22. So saying like a gap fill could be awful because that means you'd have to lose like almost 4% of your value to fill a gap. You kidding me? What are the chances I'm wrong? Oh, I mean, you're saying what are the chances that history doesn't repeat itself ever and we just go to the moon again? Well, at that point, I mean, whatever, man. That's like why you have the position always. You're always exposed to the markets for the stupid 5% up days like this. It is proven, and you can't be wrong about it. Time in the market defeats timing the market. So, what if I'm wrong? That history doesn't repeat itself, and I mean, like, what if you're wrong, Mitch? That The global economy shutting down is not going to cause any damage, and we're just going to go back up to all-time highs. That's what you're asking. Because that would be me being wrong here. Legit, from what you're saying. AMC possibly permanently closed. That's an industry that could very well die. Like just the going to movie theater industry. Benihana. Oh my god. Bitcoin wrecked. I mean, really? We're at 73.24 and you're saying it's wrecked. It's down $16 on the day. That's not wrecked, dude. Okay. It's wild though, you know, like most of the gains happening have been pre-market. It hadn't even been happening with the market open. Same crap here, dude. Like most of the gains and losses aren't happening when the market's open. Most of the losses are happening when people can't really trade. That's what's kind of stupid about it, and I don't like it. But what are you gonna do? Because I mean, like, hey man, we're up 5% pre-market. Same yesterday. We were like many assets like Square and others, they were up 6% before the market even opened. Smithology has been supporting his local foe and ramen shops, still serving takeout. Yeah, there's like curbside delivery they're doing. Man, you gotta feel for them, man, because dude, their numbers. You gotta know the restaurant industry is so right, your razor thin margins. You don't make that much after everything, and now I just can't imagine. Yeah, when the markets are closed for us, they fly and they die. Yep. Market's closed, by the way. Kappa, biggest joke ever at this point. That's why crypto's okay. At least you always know what Bitcoin's doing, right? It's open always. It can't sneak one in by it, you know. But yeah, now we're at session lows again, and I'm just saying the lows of like from the open.
Filling the gap right now. The need to close above the neckline.
What's up, Schwab, man? Yeah, AMD was gorgeous, dudes. Yeah, I don't know, man. Fill the gap, but you know what's gonna happen if the gap fills on the S&P and Dow Jones, dude. Is just gonna keep selling off. But yeah, see, it kind of sucks. It's like that's what also sucks about pre-market. Hey, man, you could have just broken out today at open, but now we like somehow you gapped out. It's like,
good morning, my friend. Thanks for the awesome TA.
Bruh. Marco, man, thank you for the freaking 20 contribution, Litecoin and the Jur. Holy crap, man. Thank y'all. Look-in halted trading? Oh, we gotta look at that. We will. Thank you, dude. Thank you for the amazing support, all of you. Best community. So grateful, and dude, every time I get done streaming, and I'm leaving this room, my office, my home office, I just look back at my setup, and I'm like, I can't believe this is real, man. All right, y'all the best. Y'all the best. You're worried about all the Instagram influencers? They're getting hit hard. Dude, I read a little bit of, I skimmed through an article on that, and it's I didn't even think about it. I figured like anyone who's an influencer online would be fine, but there are influencers who, I don't know what it is, man. They've got millions of followers and they go travel. Like that's their content, is them traveling, living a lavish, luxurious lifestyle. Better than us, man. And now they can't do that. All their sponsorship deals have dried up, and that's a lot of their money too. They rely on advertisers, not their community per se. Like my model's different than most other people's, where it's purely like crowdsourced. Right? It's like, hey, you want a good stream? Well, you've invested in me, you know, and I've reinvested to give you like the best equipment money can buy, right? The best graphics that pretty much money can buy, and continuing to work on that. I've recently made a change where I've got a graphics guy on retainer. You know, it's Chalen. It's our guy. He's always been our guy, but you know, I wanted to, I don't know, get him back because like Wayne is the master of the impossible graphics, but he is a busy guy and he's got a lot going on. So Chalen is the master of just like all these graphics you see like in the background and the jar, every emoji. It's like there's work put into it. So Ethereum dumping hard. Would believe it when Bitcoin's at 72.92. So AMD, you know, it's kind of like gross. S&P Dow Jones continuing to sell off a little bit. Right, a gap fills down in the 2660s. Dow Jones like 22,770 or so. 23,363, right? A critical support resistance. Well, you gapped up above it, but now you're below it. Come on, man. I need a sound clip of that. Big time. You know, they're doing ESPN. Since ESPN's kind of dead right now, we had to take over and we have to do all the sports stuff for stocks because it's our only sport, man. So continuing to slide at your session. I mean, say it. Session lows of the trading day. Yes. It doesn't matter if you're up because of a gap up. Rudy Poo. Gold is after finally hitting the measurement of the double bottom. Glorious. You're now just stalling, hanging around. I don't know where it's going now. Nasdaq's about to fill that freaking gap. Unreal. I mean, I guess it's very real. Below 8,000 now. Denise, you know, anyone asking me, like, yeah, congratulations on Bitcoin breaking the ascending triangle, but it, like, good God, you know, I've been getting, like, hate. People coming in talking all this crap because all I did was bring up two different ideas and kind of liked the Viacom distribution. The way it looked was pretty freaking clean. But you can't cherry pick and say I ignored the ascending triangle like I did the whole time. And frankly, man, it's just sickening. Like, oh wow, man, people are gonna, you know, cherry pick what you talk about. They're not gonna talk about the other things. I don't know what it is, man. Kind of just like, you know, they get banned, but and they come in the Discord. It's just like they got a lot of free time, man. A lot more, and I think it's probably just they wish, hey, they think they're so great. Well, then go ahead and build your own community, man. Go ahead, good luck. We'll see you in 2 years how you do, man. Prediction about gold? Well, the prediction, which I don't do real predictions, but like the target has been achieved finally. My God, it took forever. Like that was kind of the play, was like the double bottom, and this was the measure move. And you only hit it yesterday for the first time. You got so effing close. You sold off, scary, and rallied. I don't know, man. You're not making a higher high yet. Until you get up and test this, I don't know. It's a deep high to low retrace, so it's a reversal area. It's like, dude, you just gotta think about me as like, there are many streamers that exist, and most of them stream bullcrap. And at least I'm trying to do some good in this world before I'm gone, right? At least I'm genuinely trying to help people preserve capital or be a positive influence in people's lives or something, right? Versus so many that just, I mean, how many content creators are there? How many streamers are there out there that are low energy? They put in no effort. They add no value to anyone's lives ever. You know, and then it's like anyone's got the gall to come in and talk crap about me, you know, streaming. It's kind of ridiculous, man. It's kind of insane. Like, would the live streaming world be better with or without me? You know, the whole collective world of live streaming. That's the question. Oh, it would be better without you, right? Like, said no one ever. It couldn't be. Because the message I try to send is normally, it's like positive, right? Like, despite anything with TA. So look, man, silver you're asking about, it's achieved today a 50% retrace. You did it, man. Congratulations, you're at it right now. I'm talking about the height from September 5th to this low point, 50%. So you've reached and achieved the halfway mark.
Is that a joint?
Which is an area where you can commonly reverse.
About to double bottom.
So Crypto Steve, man, thanks for 420, man. Zoom? I don't know. Zoom, I hardly know her. Or something. Don't get Zoom bombed, chat, it's real. Oh, is it about to double bottom? Nah, dudes. This was the one that was like a bat or something, right? Right, remember the bat? Let's see if I have it on my other stream, on my other chart. I do. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about this now, dude. This you know, you hit the PCZ and you bounced, and now today, look, you're going back to the PCZ. You gotta be careful here, right? Because, you know, these patterns are best as reversals. I mean, they can be continuations, certainly. Just be careful here, man, because you break this 105 area, you don't want to be messing around with it. I don't think. Yeah, 103. That's kind of wanted to get some follow through today, and you might, but dude, is it really Zoom, or is it the fact that well, the indices gapped up and now they're selling off? Probably that. But it's down like 10% today, man. So it's underperforming. This was one of those assets that was like hedging. You know, it was a hedge equity where the market was crashing and Zoom was going up. And now you've got all these problems with Zoom, you know, getting exposed, privacy problems. You know, New York government like banning it from public use, or like from private use for their employees or something, for their meetings and all that. Like, so I don't know, man. And now you got competitors too. I think it was like this hype thing, like Blue Apron, and maybe it's just starting to continue to die down. So you don't really want to be down 10% when the macro gaps up like 5+%, right? That's not good. That's not a good sign. That's an underperformer in bullish conditions, which would be a bullish day. You do terrible. Those are normally ones that will outperform when the market dumps. You literally just purged Zoom installs in a customer environment yesterday due to security concerns, Mythologist. You and a bunch of other people, right? Everywhere. And that's like problems with this asset starting to sputter a lot. Now it's, you know, it's about to be down 10% exactly. So yeah, I don't know, man. You normally want to see these look like the best types of bats and Gartleys and ciphers are after the asset's been doing this, and then it creates it, and it's like that reversal pattern. You know, Bitcoin did it, remember, back in 2019, early 2019, and that's when we went to almost 14K. Silver has done it before. Sugar has done it before. You sell off, then you create the pattern, and that acts as the higher low, and then we go measure the upside. All right, so just be careful on this one. It's not ideal, and it's underperforming in somewhat bullish conditions. Okay. I don't think we're building support at 7,300 now. Just want to be, let me just, if you want to just know in log scale, if you go from June 26, 2019 highs to the 3,800 low point from March, you understand right now where we are. And I'm talking no higher. Okay, we're a little higher. 73.56 is a 50% retrace from the entire high to low here. Something to be noted. You're about to be in linear scale from a high to low. You're about to be at a 38% retrace. So they're just things to keep in mind. I decided to fib last night. I was just hanging out, man. Just me. I'm like, hey, what would happen if I fibbed from a high to low here? Well, dang, dude, you're already starting to get to the golden zone, you know? 77.14 to 10,000.
Thanks for helping me learn. Patience, smile, patience.
Jason Long, man, thanks for the $10. Really appreciate it, dudes. Thank you for giving me a chance, right? Because I'm just some random guy on the internet, you know, and I appreciate you giving me that opportunity. Yeah, Crypto Steve, anytime, man. Thank you for the support. All y'all. Cisco WebEx is free. Ooh, see, that's a competitor to Zoom for sure. Crypto Trend Trader, yeah, maybe that's true, dude. Crypto money on, Schlackster. Yeah, we'd have to get a mod to look at it. We have a very, very strong log of people who've been banned. We like document it. So if you really want to think about, you know, being stupid and, you know, getting banned, well, we have documentation of it if you've been banned. Like, we have screenshots of everything. So good luck, man. I hope that there's nothing in the files on Crypto Money on, okay? Schlackster, thanks for the 5 BGNs. The Bulgarian Lev. Thank you for the Bulgarian Levs, dude. Thought it was Bulgarian, maybe. Oh man, I don't like it. It's bearish. It's all it is bearish, man. I mean, this is Hexo. IPO'd in January of 2019, and it's just been in a downtrend. What happens in log scale? Here's your log scale chart. Just since inception, just terrible. So we might have to look in this log scale. I don't know. Let's try on the top. So it's like, yeah, I guess you broke this, but you're not making higher highs, right? You got to start breaking above 152, 206. It just hasn't happened yet. You're making a higher low for now. Good. Oh my god, man! It's just no data. There's just not much data. Oh wow, we have some data from before. So descending triangle, whichever way. Oh yeah, measure, move, hit, and beyond. So we're saying like, look, man, someone asked about this before, and it's like, what would be the upside? What could it be if it broke the upside? It didn't, though, man, right? So that's a bearish pattern in itself. But I think it was because we were talking about it was an 88% retrace already.
Hi, Mitch. So overall on the indices, are we looking for a retrace to the 0.5 or 0.6198 on the macro? When are we looking for a trend reversal? On virus news or just the algos? Great TAs just found you yesterday.
Irate do 6. Thank you for the friggin' 20 super chat, man. As soon as I get done with Hexo, we'll look at that again. But you're asking about is it gonna be virus news or algos? Probably gonna be both. Right, like we know that everything bad so far has been priced in. It's like, when will the threshold break? You know, something we continuing to get pretty bad news. Boris Johnson getting put into ICU. Just bad stuff. More deaths. We're learning more about the virus, how bad it is, and you just gotta know. You gotta think, like, when is it gonna get worse? And it's like, I think it's gonna get worse when more time goes by, and investors start realizing that things will not be getting back to normal by early June. Right? That's kind of like the consensus. Everything's going to be fine when June 1st comes. No problem. Everything will be working again. And if If enough time goes by and we start realizing that's not going to be the case, that's when I think the reversal is going to start happening. But that takes time, man. We got to get through this month and May to start seeing that unfold. So a little bit more time for everyone to realize how screwed we kind of are. This is still at all-time lows. All right, I'm saying anything below July 2017's all-time lows. Hexo. I don't see any edge here. I don't see any kind of real bullish divergence. Until you get back above 89 cents, you suck. Like, it's terrible, dude. It's awful. Did we do fib extensions? Low to high? I think we did. Yeah, we're just right around the 1414 fib extension. My God, there's not even a 1618 because that's in negative territory. I guess it can't get much worse, but it certainly always can, right? I mean, what's it up today? What is Hexo Corp up today? It's up 3.73%. You can't even tell. Can you? How is that up 3.73%? That's insane. So maybe you make a higher low and you rally again. Congrats. But do I see an edge to take a long here? An overall bearish trend in the macro. We know what's going on. It's just going through its reflexive rally. Underperformer when it should be doing okay. It's just not. So I'm sorry, man. Hexo just kind of looks like crap on a chart. Like, there's not a pattern. There's no seller exhaustion. You're at a 1414 fib extension. That's about it. I'm sorry, man. So for irate, is it irate dub? Yeah, it's got to be irate dub. How did you find me, if you don't mind me asking? Just curious. It's crazy for the amount I've been complaining. I haven't been complaining much because we've been growing, dude. I mean, I've been picking people up, or people have been finding me. Sorry, dude. Got sleep in my eyes still. I need another coffee too, man. But the SPX, he's asking 50%, 618. Which one's it gonna be, man? Well, we know that 50% is valid. Like, we think 2,800. That's what we've been saying. Probably 2,800 because of history. History of all the crashes, you normally get 50% retraces. Not out of the realm possibility because of all the weapons the Fed's using, central banks. I mean, everything, right? They're the amount of money they've put in this market, who knows what it's going to do? It's unprecedented, man. You're asking me to explain something, or to explain what the outcomes are going to be of unprecedented behavior from the Federal Reserve and central banks around the world, and trying to prop this market up. I don't know. All we can do is go off history. So you think 50% is a valid error we might retrace before reversing majorly downside. But then again, I mean, the speed in which we're recovering, good God, gapping up 5% every freaking day. In almost no time, you could see the 618. So an edge, starting to have to go to maybe the 60-minute, dude. My God. You're overbought, but is there any real divergence? No. I don't know, from this side to this side, it's building. So no edge on the 60-minute. Any edge on the 4-hour? I mean, yeah, kind of, a little bit on the MACD, but this could just keep climbing for the next week. But eventually, it's seeming like what happened is when it starts like reversing, you get something like this, and then that's like where you make a high, you sell off, and then you make a higher high with lower levels of pause. That's an edge. That's impending price action versus the downside. We just don't know when it's going to mature. And when I say mature, the histogram island starts waning on negative or on positive momentum. We start losing it. We need to start doing that again, and that's when we could say, hey, there is real bearish divergence going on. Just it's still building, so it's not valid yet. At some point, it will probably. Just it's not quite yet. Auger's slow. You sent a tip 30 minutes ago. Auger might be one of those scuffed cryptos that don't show up on one upcoin, dude. Try, I'm sorry, man, if that's the case. I don't have my phone with me either. It's downstairs, so I can't see if the tip did go through, man. Oh, I rated you 6. That's what. Sorry, I don't even know. I rate dub. It could be either, right? Schwab, probably. Oh, it's I rated you 6. Sorry. Not bad, dude. Don't touch your eyes, you'll get the Rona. Nah, man. Rona-free zone here. 100%. What is my thought on China reopening and back to business? How many people died for them to do that? I don't know, man. I know certainly the Chinese government will try to use they're trying to use this as a PR stunt to try to make communism look good, man. They got to look like they're the best. They handled it the best because of the communism, dude. That's what made it so good, man. That's them, dude. It's their MO. They're always going to try to, make themselves look good. Even if things are terrible, they don't care. That's an MO of communism, is screwing your own people to further the interests of the Communist Party. They've been doing it since its inception. Like, that's literally a calling card of communism. You found me through another TA who recommended me? Oh, that Schwab said that? Oh, okay. I rated you 6 as a troll name you made when YouTube first started. You could rate a video up to 5 stars. Gotcha. Rated you. I don't know. You could always start your channel. You could always rebrand with the same name. Be like, you now are a commenter on dubstep videos, right? Oh man, this song sucks. This song's great. Hey.
Is that a joint?
I rate dub, man. Just saying. Tesla will have the best ventilators ready in 10 days. Let's go, Tesla. And the markets responded positively to that because that was all announced on their earnings. If April's monthly candle closed bullishly engulfs March, I mean, you're talking about 3 weeks from now. That's rather speculative, right? We already looked at silver, Des, man, a little earlier. It's at a 50% retrace from its September high. So it's retraced half the way. Now we know what the halfway mark is. It's definitely a viable area for a reversal. But, money has been coming back into this market, if you haven't noticed, since March 24th or so. Yeah, people were running to cash. And now people are slowly, methodically taking the money from cash and putting it back into equities, back into silver, back into gold, back into Bitcoin, back into probably freaking corn, literal corn, wheat, cattle, you name it, man. Did he respond? This backtest is 6850 is still in play on Bitcoin. Yes, of course. You never backtested it ever. Of course. Oh, sorry, dude. Yeah, like look here, listen. When you broke out, did you ever test it again? Nope. So always in the cards of a chance to backtest, and it's 7,000, which is the horizontal line resistance, clearly. So I think that it's always possible. Remember, real life, until it's not, until you just start building positive Momo again, this is starting to develop. And that's bearish divergence at a critical overhead resistance, which is kind of a couple variables to coincide. And that kind of gives you an edge just a little bit. It's not a big one, but it is one where the edge could say, you could sell off here and go back down to, back test 7K. Is coming in from London. I want to go to Europe, man. I can't travel. No one can travel. I mean, you can, but do you really want to get coronavirus? I just don't know. I don't think I rated you 6 liked my idea, dude. He like quit. He's like, I'm done with this, man. Screw this guy. Is he though? I mean, he's in ICU still. Is there any update on his condition besides critical? Yeah, let's get some coronavirus first class. It seems like the rates haven't gone down any, have they? I read that some lady was going to visit her mother who was sick with coronavirus. She got on a plane. There was no one else on the plane. And they gave her first class for free. Imagine, though, how much money goes into the overhead of one flight. And I'm talking, think the preventative maintenance and the... not so much the gas or the, the fuel, but that's a lot of money. And then you're flying one person somewhere. Wow. He says he's stable and not on a ventilator. That's good. That's really good then, dude. Man, that'd be terrible. Holy crap, Cult of Crypto is a Texan quarantined in Germany. How's that going for you, man? Oof. It's not going to happen. I mean, it doesn't seem like it's going to happen, Schwab, man. If things start, what is it? The cases are starting to not be as bad in New York or something. Here we go. Let's just update it real quick. All right, here it is. 1,345,000 yesterday, and now we're at 1,363,000. Okay. 20,000 more, so. Cost of a flight to the airline is about $2,000 an hour, and then you just take one person, and then you give them first class and don't charge them. They're taking losses, man. But hey, they're getting bailed out. So this one's like Carnival Cruise Lines, isn't it? Killing it too or something today. Yeah, it gapped up. It's at 18.6% one gains on the day. Look at the double bottom, man. Since that bottom, and dude, this is the 4 hour, I know, right? But Jesus, we can talk about an edge a little bit. It's all hindsight now, I guess. But hey, just for the sake of education, my God, a low on price, the exact same low with lower levels of negative momentum and higher levels of relative strength. That is an edge. I don't know if you'll ever get up to $18 again, man. Like in this run, I don't, dude. Probably not. You could though. You always could. So you're probably right around a 38%, near a 50% retrace from that high. Yeah, between the 382 and the 50%. So you could be reversing anywhere inside 1215 to 1215 to 1481. Yeah. I don't know, man. Like, if Carnival can get up to 1838, which is like the neckline of the potential double bottom, it would be a monstrous pattern if so, dude. Holy crap. Looking at death numbers, huh? Oh, my bad. Sorry. Jeez. My bad. You missed a good analysis. That's like me saying. And that is the secret to life. Thank you very much. Yeah, I know. I need coffee. More coffee, dude. Crap, I have to go at some point soon. Been live for an hour and 15 minutes. If you're enjoying the live stream, hit the like button, that bell. That's up. Thanks. Thanks to the 524 watching. We need, what is it? 16 likes to 200. Is it possible for us to do that? We could do it like that. So what a double bottom, man. Potentially. Nice edge that got a reversal going, but how far will the reversal go? Probably has something to do with this Rubik's Cube right here. NASDAQ, S&P, Dow Jones, and gold. I just don't understand. It's like on the way up, you know, we were at 3,300 S&P. Cash heavy position. That was my largest holding. Cash is still my largest holding right now. Because, yeah, I don't know. Like, I think we're in a recession. I think what's happened, the economic damage is going to be worse than 2008. Of course, I'm exposed to the market. I'm always going to be exposed to the market because I do believe that time in the market beats timing the market. But my God, if you can't, you know, learn some stuff and then realize what's going on and then say, okay, I think there's going to be a better opportunity in months' time. Maybe it might take over a year. But I want to see how all this settles because, hey, man, it's good that we became learned and understand what's happening. You crashed. And now you're doing that reflexive rally. That if we didn't study or learn, we wouldn't even know what a reflexive rally is. We may just be looking at this like, dude, without Fibonacci, without realizing that everything has a reflexive rally, and just be like, dude, it's time to get back in. Maybe we're gonna do it, man. Nah, probably not. So this is great and all, but again, cash heavy position, largest holding up here, largest holding down here, largest holding right now. Because you have no idea when it's gonna end. You really didn't know exactly. Coronavirus was a catalyst. Oil price war was a, catalyst. Treasury yields were also somewhat of a catalyst in imploding. So, hey, man. I mean, these the whole way up. I know in stream it's talking about you should be building a cash position because at one point in the future, this market cycle being at 11 years. There will be a chance in time for life-changing wealth and opportunity. Buying at very, very low basement prices. I don't think we're at basement prices yet. Not yet, dude. You don't get to basement prices after 4 weeks. You just don't. The crash is an event, right? We've had that event. The event's over. But guess what? A recession and a correction, that's a process. And that takes time. Lots of it. So you got to remain patient in these times. I mean, the way the markets gap up, gap down, volatility is so high. Really, I don't know, for me, it's, I don't really like that when, I don't know what the futures are going to do. The futures are going to dictate, so I can't even make a decision what's going to happen next, right? Like, because the market's going to blow me out of the water one way or another tomorrow. So volatility is still pretty high, but it's all happening like, it's not happening when the market's open. It's happening when the market's closed. Like, give me a break. Unstable conditions, dude. That doesn't happen in normal market conditions like this. So, yeah, I'm not sold. Doesn't mean I have zero exposure to the market. I certainly do. And I'll take losses on the way down. I'll take the gains on the way up. But at one point in the future, down the road, I will be ready with a ton of dry powder. No, dude, yeah, it's like, what's the point of rushing back into this market to get slaughtered again? Because, dude, this rally is temporary, and I think another wave down will happen in time. And hey, at least the good news is the Fibonacci's working out. 382 got close. This may not be done. Like you could, in reality, come up to a 2942 area on the S&P, and it's completely not weird. Golden retrace happens on markets all the time. Look at this, man. NASDAQ filling the freaking gap. 79.39 at its lowest low of the day. I mean, I'm talking like you opened at like 8,138. You're now at 79.43. Get wrecked. That's what gap ups, dude. Congratulations. What a scam, dude. What a freaking scam, right? We gapped up 5%. Oh, well, now we're down like 5% from open. Okay, dude. Sure. Des, I mean, you can call it a sucker's rally. I just call it reflexive rally. It's because it makes more sense. It's like, I guess it's for suckers, you know. Like, my friends are like, should I get in the stock market? And I'm just like, well, I mean, based on history, it's probably a bad idea. We're 6 weeks, 7 weeks into a recession. Recessions normally last 18 months. So you tell me. They're like, fair enough. It's like, okay. Hopefully you don't do anything stupid. Yeah, Future Affiliate Pro, thank you for watching, man. But the happening. Dude, I don't know, man. Like, doesn't it feel like if Bitcoin is this thing that was created to combat and defeat everything that's happening to our financial system as we know it? Don't you think, like, maybe not now, but maybe like after the next leg down, if we're so honored to get that leg down one more time, that could be the bottom where we have a major reversal of the upside. And it's like, with the halvening coming up and all that, shouldn't, like, by the end of the year we be at much higher prices if this is actually gonna be something? But then again, that would be because, like, smart money is pumping stupid amounts of their dollars into this because they just want it as the store value, and that's what makes it naturally go up in value. But at the same time, you got to be like, if Bitcoin stays at 7,300 for the rest of time, it serves a pretty freaking good purpose, doesn't it? Right? If it's, you know, you want it probably to appreciate in value because of inflation, just like the US dollar is always losing value, right? Your velocity of money is always going down, and it's going to get worse and worse. And we could be, I don't know, with the crash here, they're trying to prevent deflation, I think, right? They don't want, like, boomers pulling out their retirement accounts. But if we leg down again to lower lows than we've seen from the crash, I mean, dude, you're going to get boomers that will exit this market and never return. Tons of them. And they won't spend money. The whole economy will just stop spending money, and that's deflation. But then the government and Fed, they'll start trying to give out a bunch of money, and that'll give people some incentive to buy again. But that's when the inflation would start, right after the government gives out a bunch of money. And that's really what the problem now. The $1,200 checks that are going out, that are going straight into the economy, that does cause inflation. In 08, I believe that's not how it went. The money didn't go directly to it, right into the economy, so inflation didn't happen last time. But this time, I think, yeah, we'll see inflation. But you already are seeing inflation, dude. It's just not the inflation you're thinking about. It's the inflation where you're going to a store and maybe Walmart would have had a 2-for-1 deal. They would have had these specials. You buy 3, get 5 for $2 or something. That stuff going away, right? They're not doing anything like that anymore. They're beginning to cut that out. And that in itself is certainly inflation. $1,800. I'm talking about $1,800. It was like $1,200. Hey, imagine not getting any of that. Is that payment being delivered directly to citizens? Yeah. The $1,200? Yeah. They have to do, there's some sort of stuff you have to do. Like, you fill out a form, man. And you get the money, I guess. If you made under $75K a year. Macy's CFO stepping down. Yeah, Macy's up 7%. Cruising tokens, yeah, man. It's going to be up 7%. It's going to be down 7%. It's going to be down 14%. It's going to be up 8%. It's going to be down 15%. Right? Unstable market conditions. Bitcoin 72.79 just hit its lowest low of this 4-hour candle, and it's falling at critical resistance, historical resistance. And there is some 4-hour bearish divergence that should at least be noted. Your Honor, for the record, impending price action reversal to the downside at a historical overhead resistance. Gary's been on unemployment for going into the third week and is yet to get a payment. Oh yeah, I don't know. I mean, come on, dude. It's the government. I don't see how in the world it would be fast. There have been some screenshots floating around, though, of some people that have been getting those payments. Chicken tendies, yeah, dude. Instead of getting 5 chicken tendies, they're just going to start putting 4 chicken tendies for the same amount that you used to get for 5. So you get less food for the same amount of money. That is inflation. Sorry. Like, you're going to be seeing that. I mean, that's reality. So inflation's already here, man. And it's going to be everywhere. It's not just going to be at the tendy store, your sports and outdoor store. Talk about ammo. You talk about any good or service is going to be like that now. Everything's going to be more expensive. Okay, Ryan says he said he was told if you've done your taxes and you did a direct deposit to get it, the $1,200 will use the same method. Okay. Maybe do a golden ticket. Winners get a tour of the money printers and a lifetime supply of IOUs. Yeah, dude. Jerome Powell in a top hat and a cane to be hilarious. Does anyone know if Jerome Powell can sing? These are the real questions. I don't know, Smithologist. Attendees are here to stay, for sure. Now, they're, companies that are out there trying to bastardize chicken tendies, but no, man, there's always going to be a place to go in the free market for chicken tendies. Real ones. Nexus says unemployment usually takes 3 weeks before first check. Boom, there you go, man. The more you know. I don't know. Tendy consumers? Nah, dude. Chicken is like fat people eat chicken. Skinny people eat chicken. People with heart disease eat chicken. People that run marathons eat chicken. Nah, dude. Tendies are a universal food, a staple, right? So, no, I wouldn't say they're more likely to be overweight and unhealthy. Nah, no way. Okay, man, so it's like, at least we have the, look on the 8s. I realize it's like 2 minutes to the top of the hour, so that's how you do it. Bruh. Oh, nice. Nice, Zachary. So this is what I was talking about, like an asset.
Come on, man!
Zachary, is there like a slower come on, man? Come on, man. Like that, not so aggressive. I don't know, that's a really aggressive one, man. Kind of scared me a little bit. Nexus of Unemployment Connect. There you go, dude. Estimated arrival someday soon, I guess. Oh, April 6th. Should be here probably in a few days, maybe. Well, lawsuits filed against Binance, Block One, BitMEX, other companies. Oh my god. Right, what happened, dudes? Oh my god, Status and Tron Foundation received the class action lawsuits. Lawsuits claim that those companies were selling or helping with the selling of unregistered security connects. All the lawsuits are filed to the Southern District of New York. Per the documents, the exchanges were selling the crypto tokens via so-called IEO and ICO models. The lawsuits claim that KuCoin, Block One, QuantStamp, Civic, and Binance were issuing and selling the ICO tokens. As for the BitMEX exchange, the documents claim they have participated in the selling of unregistered securities. SEC claims that tokens in the list are unregistered securities. Here's what the lawsuit against Binance states. Within the last year, the SEC has clarified, with the benefit of labor-intensive research and investigations, that the tokens were securities. Oh man. The lawsuit indicates that most of the ICO offers can pass the Howey test. This test determines whether an asset is a security. Many of the exchanges who sold unregistered tokens still don't possess the broker-dealer license in the US. You could perform an ICO and vanish away with investments in 2017, but not in 2019. It was a license to steal back then. You remember all the scammy content creators pushing this crap. Hey, sign up for my affiliate link, bro. Trust me, dude. How many affiliate links have I ever had anyone in here sign up for? Anyway, if you want a link to that, Technium posted that, yep, in the Discord. Oh, imagine that, our Discord posting valuable news source links, I guess, right? Unreal. Let's all join and put a lot of money in BitConnect, dude. Yeah, dude, let's do it. Dude, most crypto exchanges are complete crap, dude. Anyway, man. So, you get it on Bitcoin. You get it, right? Add a resistance. Overhead resistance that we've been talking about. I mean, if you break 6,800 for real in time, you probably should see 7,400. We're here. Despite any kind of talk of Wyckoff distribution, that was also something talked about to ad nauseum. 6,800, after 6,800 for real is 7,400. Where are we? We're at 7,400 and we're failing to break it, and we're showing just a smidge of buyer exhaustion on somewhat of a significant time scale. Okay? Above that 7,700 if you do break it. Doesn't look like you are right now. So that's it. I'll leave you with that. I want to say thanks so much for everyone watching today. Again, I've been live for an hour and a half in the morning, so whatever, dudes. To the likes, love, support, contributions, all that. Really appreciate it to me. I rated you. Slacksker. Yeah, Schlaxer, Jason, Crypto Steve, Marco, Rivera, The Schwab, Josh, Batson, and Jaw, and Fishhead, and Timbo, and Little James. Thank y'all. Because people like you, I'm able to come back multiple times a day to do what you love. I get to do what I love, and it all works out, right? So I just be back sometime later. Till next time, respect, T.A.
JP. I'm a robot. I like robots. I have a robot vagina.
Adios, turd nuggets.